So the two-time champions Argentina are through to the last 16, but disappointment for CONCACAF as Mexico miss out on the last 16 of the tournament for the first time since 1978. All of this and more in this Now Streaming Qatar. So, welcome back to our coverage of and Now Streaming Qatar. I'm Simon Preston. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel 876 Stream JA. We're also on Instagram, 876 Stream, and on Twitter, Stream 876. Two more matches to dissect, two more places secured for the round of 16, and unfortunately, two more eliminations from the tournament itself. We're now down to 23 teams in this competition. 9, well, they're booking their tickets home right now. And those are, well, Qatar already home, Canada, Ecuador, Wales, Iran, Tunisia, Denmark, Saudi Arabia, and Mexico. Mexico, for the first time since 1978, will not advance from the first round of the competition. They had a trend from the 1994 tournament, always advance into the round of 16, but 2022 in Qatar, that trend ended. Argentina, they are through. And the other teams that have advanced to the round of 16, France, Brazil, Portugal, the Netherlands, Senegal, USA, England, and Australia. Still a few more places to be secured, and that will be determined on Thursday and Friday. But before we look ahead to tomorrow, let us dissect the matches that just happened today and introduce the panel that we have for the next half an hour, 45 minutes or so. We're joined still by Dexter's Lab and Reggae Boys attacker Nicholas Hamilton. Gentlemen, firstly, Kumi, your thoughts about the Argentina encounter and what you saw from both teams?
I mean, it was a good game, but I think Argentina was all over Poland. Poland was just defending all the time, and I guess the right team get the result.
They got the result on the day. Dexter, curry goat?
Yeah, the goat not curry today, you know? Yeah, the goat still just are going to warm up, so but yeah, it was a good match for Argentina at least. Poland could get nothing going forward. I think they only had 2 shots and probably 1 on target or something like that. So they came with a defensive mindset, and at the end of the day, it paid off for them, although they were really waiting to see what will have happened in the other match. But yeah, Argentina did what I expected them to do, which was attack. And they got the result that they were looking for. Yeah.
Kumi, it's interesting, when Argentina got the penalty, I said, Chesney going to save it. And then 2 minutes later, it just saved, you know. Jaden White was saying the same thing about another goalkeeper early in the week as well, like him going to save that free kick. Yeah. It's like an instinct when you're a professional, you can just read the body language of players.
I mean, I don't think it was a penalty in the first place. Yeah. So I think it was a bad call, but I've always said that most left footers always go across their bodies, so I think as a goalkeeper, we'd probably end up know that Chesney is a top goalkeeper, so then Messi put it there with lots of pace, and it was a brilliant save though. As soon as he get the penalty, I was like, yo, Argentina is not scoring this.
Next to that, number 10 looked quite absent throughout the course of this game after that moment.
Yeah, man, completely. Like, you know, we not see much after that, but that kind of spell is good for Argentina still. You know, because at least somebody else will find a goal. I expected Di Maria to step up, but he didn't. But at the end of the day, you know, this is a team that everybody else said, boy, has a good chance. It's one of the teams that people are looking forward to seeing going on into the other road and so they can offer. So, yeah, man, Argentina is true. So all the Argentinian fans, they big up on themselves. Listen, I see a bag of flag go home now. Right? So on the bridge, them say, oh, the flag man is out again. You know, all of them are boss and the flag now going to sell because boy, Argentina lose the match. But the flag them out again, I'm sure they must sell. Because as Simon said earlier, 40% Argentina. The next what?
60.
Brazil. So what the other anyway. Well, yeah, that is what
the
it is,
country
right?
there, yeah, and you can, and for those person that have it on their car, you could just see those with the 5 flags or 4 flags, they're pulling it down one by one.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, you know, right?
Yeah. Just an update, folks. You know, in case you're just joining us and joining our coverage. Earlier today, we had 2 matches from Group D, and it was the French against Tunisia. and the defending champions, they fell 1-0 to Tunisia. Well, they're out of the competition, that is Tunisia, but France, they progressed their first loss at a World Cup since 2014. And in another match, it's Australia, the Socceroos. They will be advancing to the round of 16 of the competition. And if you didn't hear earlier, one of the players on this team actually played with Kumi when they had an experience together at Dundee over in Scotland. He got back to you yet, saying, thank you for the messages or anything?
I didn't even check, but gonna have to chat to him tonight because he's gonna have to try to score a goal against Argentina for me, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. How is the relationship like on the field itself in terms of your movement, his movement in the attack?
I mean, it was good. He's a guy that moves very well off the ball, and so do I. He's a player that I've looked up to and talked to because he's a guy that scored loads of goals for Hibernian in the Scottish Premiership, and he won that league. So all I did was try to learn from those guys. So he was always talking to me at the pitch, telling me what to do and stuff like that. So it was a good relationship.
Yeah, that was Jason Cummings, who Nicholas Hamilton is just speaking about right now, who actually played with Kumi at Dundee when they were at loan, the 2020-21 season in particular at Dundee, where they had some time together, and now doing some great things, now being called up to Australia for this tournament in particular, and now on the way to the round of 16, so great things going from his way. But let's go back to this encounter as well. Dexter, from Poland's standpoint, attacking wise, they offered very, very little.
Yeah, and as I said at the beginning of the World Cup, when we were talking about the Polish, the challenge is that they go a lot through Lewandowski, and like this man can't carry the whole of Poland on him back, right? I think the coach, I don't know what he's going to do going forward, but he has to change something. I don't know if they have it to change, but they can't run everything through Lewandowski, because what happened in this match today, you saw that he was trying, but he was the only one up front. Yeah. So if any ball gets to him, he has nowhere else to go with the ball but to try to go forward or hold it up. That's not helping anybody. So they really never offered anything going forward, and it was kind of expected, to be honest, because that was how they've played over the years and also how they've played throughout this tournament so far.
All right, before we get to Nicholas Hamilton's take on things, let's look at Group C standings so you can see how it actually panned out after the 3 matches for all of the teams in the competition. So Argentina on top, 2 wins, 1 loss, that's 6 points to their name. Poland 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss, 4 points with a 0 goal difference. Mexico, same number of points, and they, well, if you look at it, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw, and a -1 goal difference with 4 points there. Saudi Arabia, after that high of defeating the Argentines on the opening day, well, they suffered back-to-back losses, and Saudi Arabia ends the standings with 3 points. They got a win, but it wasn't enough for them to advance. Remember, Saudi Arabia, they beat Argentina, and then they lost to Poland 2-0 and lost to Mexico by 2-1. So 3 points to their credit for the Saudi Arabian outfit. So great for them. Kumi, we were talking about earlier about the reliance on Lewandowski, like Dexter was saying. You see that when he was at Bayern Munich, you see him now for his country. Have you been in that situation like that club-wise when you're the main man? Pressure is on you to get the goals. How you manage situations like that when you're the man to get the goals for your team.
I mean, I've been in situations like that, but it's not for a whole season, to be honest. But there was games at Cavaliers where Alex and Siobhan is not playing, or they're playing, but I'm the guys that scored the goal. But so it's tough when you're gonna have to be the guy that's trying to create and score goals. So I can just imagine what Lewandowski is going through, because he's used to being at Bayern where guys are going down, crossing the ball, so he used to finish, and now he's playing up there. As what Dexter said earlier, the ball plays up to him. You have to try to keep it and get players involved.
Right.
That's why in Poland they don't have much going forward, because it's just him.
And Dexter, when you saw Robert Lewandowski on the screen there a moment ago, we saw the match earlier with the French. Is there anything that the Poland team can take and say, there's a weakness in the French that perhaps we can exploit?
No.
Simple.
As much as France, I said earlier, I said France, them soft, the French fry them soft and saggy, right? That was their, what I say now, their C+, not even I call it B. That was your C+ team, right? They made a few changes at the second half. 9 in particular. Yeah, like they made a few changes in the second half to kind of shore up the team.
Right.
A little bit late, but I don't think there's anything that Poland has offered throughout this World Cup so far that can shake France any at all. Like, France is a well-oiled machine right now. You know, they have an identity, they know what they have. And you see that speed that Mbappe and Dembele have on the wings. I don't think Poland can manage that none at all. I don't think Argentina even had what them have. So, I worries, man.
Well, even when, the likes of Griezmann came on, Dembele came on, Rabiot came on, and Mbappe, and still a goal couldn't be scored. Isn't that saying?
No. It says that the coach shouldn't have made so many changes.
Interesting.
And underestimated the Tunisian team. All right, this World Cup has shown me a couple of things. Not only that that the underdog teams aren't too far off, but also when you play with a lot of heart, that you can potentially get points out of a game, because you saw that Tunisia, they're really fighting. They saw the opportunity to be able to get the points out of the game, and they fought through entirely in the game. So I think even though they brought on France brought on 4 additional players to kind of shore up and to see if they could get back a goal, I think it was a little bit too late, because Tunisia had already parked the bus and we're just going for that 3 points off the 1 goal that they scored. So, but I really don't see with Lewandowski tired. That's what I'm saying right now. A very tired man. He had nothing going forward. He really never had any like strategy to kind of like. You see, the coach really doesn't have a strategy. It's like, okay, let's try to see if we can counter on Argentina. Lewandowski hold up the ball, and let us see how best we can go forward if we can get an additional player up with it. That's really what we saw today. The only time they kind of broke away from that was against Saudi Arabia. And I don't see them doing anything against France, to be honest.
All right, folks, as a reminder as well, let us know your thoughts in the comments below as well, your thoughts about the matches from today, any thoughts or questions you have for the panel as well. Let me just read a couple. Christopher James says, I agree with Dexter. There is nothing that the Poles can look forward to in defeating the French. Nothing. It is unfortunate that all they have is Lewandowski, which is just how their chips fell, but he alone cannot do it. Just an unfortunate reality. We've seen quite a number of compelling results in this tournament, so we'll definitely see what lies ahead for all of these teams in particular. So it's Poland 0, Argentina 2, just a reminder of those scores as well. Alexis McAllister, yes, you all will remember him from his time in the top flight in England. He scored in the 46th minute, the opener for the Argentine outfit. And Julian Alvarez in the 67th minute, making it 2-0 and putting Argentina through towards the next round of the competition. Poland will also be progressing as well, and we'll get into the Mexican and Saudi Arabian side of things quite shortly. But Kumi, just again, on the Argentine standpoint, I asked Dexter about the number 10 from Argentina. I just want to know if you think when a moment like that happens as an attacker, you miss a penalty or you take a chance, it doesn't miss, if your confidence goes down, or for you personally, you just move on to the next opportunity, you're focusing on that.
Yeah, well, naturally I want to just move on, but your confidence is definitely going to go down, especially in a game like this where he thinks he just needs to win this game to get through to the next round, and he's a player that every one of us has one of the best in the world. So missing a penalty when the world is watching is going to be tough. But I mean, he's a guy that's been doing this for years, playing at the highest stage, so I think he should have just moved on, but I haven't really seen him in the game after that, so I think that was just basically on his head for the whole game.
So in the other game on the day, it was Mexico 2, Saudi Arabia 1. Mexico, they opened the scoring through Henry Martin, the minute 47, and Luis Chavez in the 52nd minute, putting El-3 2-0 up, and basically within a strong chance of progressing towards the next round. However, late on in the game, in fact in second half stoppage time, 90+5, it was Salim Al-Dasari pulling one back for the Saudis, and the Mexicans, yep, they got a victory, but unfortunately they'll be heading home, which means that there are 2 teams from CONCACAF left in this tournament. Canada, yes, they still have a match to play. However, they can't advance to the round of 16. The United States, as we know already, are already through. And coming up on Thursday, we will see Costa Rica and what they have to do against Germany. We'll get the thoughts of the panel a little bit later on as it relates to the fixtures for tomorrow and their thoughts and everything. But next up, disappointed for CONCACAF?
Yeah, I was thinking about it a while ago. It's very disappointing, yes. You'd want to see CONCACAF at least have a couple more teams that go forward, you know. But it just goes to show what's happening in CONCACAF presently. I don't think we have enough yet. You know, sad to say, but it shows what is happening in this region, to me at least. That the other regions, the other bodies are doing much, much better. And looking forward to the next World Cup and stuff, I think it should spend a little bit better, a few years to kind of catch up, or play catch up at least. But yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that we haven't been able to bring forward any additional teams. Yeah.
And Kumi, we're also talking as well about the next World Cup 2026. You know, USA, Canada, Mexico will host it. So CONCACAF has a wide opportunity. 3 automatic, and whoever comes 4th and 5th head to playoff. So a big chance for us as a nation as a whole.
Well, I mean, that's a very big chance. I mean, if we don't make it to the next World Cup, I don't know when we're going to be there. I mean, with Canada, Mexico, and the US hosting a World Cup, and you still have 3 automatic spots, there's no way we can be there. Should definitely be there. And I think with the new coach and all of those stuff and all the players that we have, we can definitely be at the World Cup.
And you're in Canada as well, so you're seeing the Jamaican population in that year as well.
I mean, in Canada, the Jamaican population is big. Like, there is loads of guys reaching out to me, coming to games, and I'm like, yo, I don't even know these people, but they're Jamaican. I once walked in the Jane and Finch Mall, and everyone was like, oh, that's the baller from Jamaica. And I'm like, I don't know them.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's big.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, great feedback, you know, and it's great to see, and hopefully, you know, we'll get to have moments like that in another 4 years from now. The new coach give you a ring as yet, or hasn't reached out yet?
No.
Everything in time? Not yet.
That's why I'm going to just try to keep scoring some goals in the league and see where it goes from there.
Definitely. That's definitely the motive to have. Just to take another comment in the comments. Simon, can you please elaborate on how CONCACAF performances at this World Cup affects 2030 spots in the region? Thanks. So remember that in relation to the 48-team tournament, that CONCACAF were originally supposed to have 5 spots. CONCACAF has 6 because, of course, USA, Canada, Mexico are hosting it. So the 2030 cycle, as it relates to CONCACAF, will have a change. That is, of course, another 8 years down the road. But performances in this World Cup can have an impact because the coefficient of teams in terms of the points in FIFA rankings can have an impact. So that's why it's important at the end of the day that we'll have at least one CONCACAF team in the last 16 of the tournament. USA has done that, which means that, you know, as it relates to spots for the next cycles will always be a healthy one, so which is good for Jamaica. So the United States are there, so it's nothing for us to worry about until 2034 thereabouts. So that's basically the situation, and let's see what Costa Rica has to do tomorrow. Let's see what they'll be able to put on the table and see how things progress. Hopefully that answers your question, but for other folks, you can also let us know your thoughts as well. Hit the like button and subscribe to 876 Stream JA for more content as well. So just to let you guys know how the pairings look right now for the round of 16 so far, it's the Netherlands against the United States, Argentina against Australia, France against Poland, and England, Senegal. Dexter, which one for you stands out so far?
Stands out for me. Which one stands out? I like Netherlands match, you know. That should be an interesting one. Yeah, it should be an interesting one. I actually like that match.
Okay, because and there's still a doubt over Pulisic, but still a US team has caliber.
I like that match. It should be fun. Yeah. But an African match is always something to watch. Always something to watch. I'm looking forward to the Netherlands US match. Yeah, for sure.
Kumi, what are your thoughts about England so far?
I mean, they've been good. I've said it earlier in the show. England has been playing good, but the match, even this matchup now, they're going to play with Senegal. It's going to be a very good game. Yeah. I think that's a matchup that I'm looking forward to right now.
Okay. And just to let you folks know as well, you might have wondered, why you didn't see certain players take the field today. It's because of yellow card suspension. So, for an example, Al Makali from Saudi Arabia got back-to-back yellows, so that's the reason why he didn't play. Tomorrow, Francisco Calvo of Costa Rica, he's going to miss that game against the Germans because of the yellow card he picked up in the games against Spain and Japan. Amadou Onana from Belgium, he got a yellow against Canada and one against Morocco, which means he'll miss the Croatia game. Paulo Bento, we know the manager of the South Korean team, he got a red card, so he won't be on the sidelines when South Korea faces against Portugal. and some early updates that Idrissa Gana Gueye for Senegal will not be available, as he got a yellow card, 2 yellow cards. Yeah. So Gana Gueye will be missing for the clash against England. He got a yellow against the Dutch, the Netherlands, and one against Ecuador as well, which was yesterday. So he's the first one that is definitely out for the round of 16. Interesting shape that we have heading into the round of 16, but we still have a couple more games to go. We're basically, in terms of the groups and so on and so forth, we still have another 8 matches to go left in the group stages of this tournament in particular, and center stage will be groups E and F. Those are the next things that will take center stage in this group, and later we'll have those sorts of graphics to give you and the updates in relation to those permutations as well. But before they do that, let me just let you know that so far 40 matches in this tournament, and we've had 97 goals. 40 matches, 97 goals. That's an average of 2.43 per game. The record, 171. 171 goals, that's the record in World Cup history. That was done in 98 when Jamaica was there, and 2014, that's when Germany last won the title. So 171, that is the record, and it has the tremendous potential to do it, as this is the last World Cup that will feature 32 teams. As discussed, and as Kumi was speaking about earlier, 48 teams. That is the next World Cup. It will expand to 48 teams. So this is the last World Cup which will feature 32 teams. Group E will take the spotlight tomorrow, but Group F will be the encounters that are the early kickoffs, the 10 a.m. Jamaica time sort of kickoffs. And that group in particular has the likes of Canada, Belgium, Morocco, and Canada in particular. So those are the groups in terms of Group F. Group E, well, Spain, Germany, Japan, and in addition to them, Costa Rica as well, who all have opportunities as well to progress. But first, let's talk about Group F and what lies ahead tomorrow as well, gentlemen. Next, let me start with you on this one. Croatia, 4 points. Morocco, 4. Belgium, 3. And Canada, without a point. Big game tomorrow, Belgium versus Croatia.
I am looking forward to that match. Very much looking forward to that match, because drama in the Belgian camp right now. Drama, right? There's so much happening off the field right now. So much happening. They don't seem like a settled unit at all. Right? They don't seem settled at all. There's so much happening around them. A lot of conversations in the interviews. The team doesn't seem to be gelling as much. They don't seem like they're what, number 3 in the world right now?
2, yeah.
Yeah, 2.
2, yeah.
Yeah, they don't look like a number 2 ranked team at all. It's just like a bunch of players just like they could play some football. They don't really know each other. You don't sense that boy. There's a lot of camaraderie in the team based on how they're talking about each other. When De Bruyne can come out and say, boy, probably not going to make it far because they're too old. You don't expect that from somebody of his stature in the team. You know, so the match tomorrow is going to be very interesting to watch. And Croatia being a team that got to the World Cup final last time around, you're expecting that they're going to come out with a fight. And based on how they've been playing so far, they look good. You know, so I'm expecting a tussle in that match. Another game that's going to be war. You know, expect both teams to come out and give their all, but I think Croatia has the edge in that particular match for me.
Kumi, if you heard one of your teammates would have the chance to win or anything like that, you would be disappointed, wouldn't you? Whether it's club or country you're playing for.
Of course I would be. That means, and that come from one of their best players.
Yes.
He's the guy that's supposed to be creating goals, and if he's gonna say, "Oh, we're not gonna get through because we're too old," of course I'd be disappointed. Like in a team like this, you're gonna need Kevin De Bruyne to step up and play, and all of the guys on the team are probably looking forward to him playing, you know. And if he's gonna come out and say that, of course you'll be disappointed. I'd at least find myself out already as a team.
Yeah, and I agree as well, and especially with one of the vets coming out and saying, "Boy, I'm like basically saying I agree," you know. There is that there's a tussle. You feel like there's a tussle, especially when you're looking at somebody like De Bruyne.
Yeah, and then my centre for Bertangen. It's gonna be like, oh, that means we're too all to score goals. In a team like with Belgium, it's so much quality. I mean, they're unstable right now. For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if you heard that as well, is it something you would approach your teammate and say, "Yo, brother, what you just a while ago?" Something like that. Is that something that you would do?
Yeah, I mean, on the biggest stage, we have to sort that out. I mean, we can have our differences after, but on our biggest stage, we can sort that out.
Yeah,
Because this is the World Cup and of our nation. Looking forward to us doing good. So after that, we can sort it out. But we have to do good as a nation. Like in the World Cup, we have to get things together.
Yeah, I agreed.
Yeah, and you could see as well, Kumia, when I think it was Monday when Portugal played, and with Ronaldo and everything like that. Some people would celebrate with him, some people not as well. Your thoughts about it? That also adds to the situation as well with chemistry in the team or disjoint or the team as well.
Yeah, of course that's like. If I'm a player and I score a goal and I see some of my teammates come and celebrate, and I wonder what's happening with the rest of the team. Like, we're on the biggest stage in the world, so of course everyone should be happy for us scoring a goal. That's going to help us secure a spot into the next round, of course.
And next, I'm sure you heard as well, Sunday when Morocco defeated Belgium, Brussels, a capital of Belgium, had a lot of chaos, fires, and also a lot of people were in fights and everything. So it's caused chaos as well.
Yeah, and then as a team, you're not adding to it. You're not helping to kind of settle that. You don't come up and say, boy, all right, fans, don't worry about this, blah, blah, blah. You're trying to figure out where to cast the blame.
Yeah.
Who we are going to blame for this now, As a team, you have to come together. And I think, which team was it? Well, all right, well, let's look at Argentina, when they lost the match against Saudi Arabia. I think they had a case where they brought in their families.
Right.
Like, yeah, man, we could bring in all the families, like everybody just kind of chill and kind of forget about the game and stuff, kind of refocus. You don't sense that with Belgium.
Yeah.
Even the wives were saying, boy, when they had a barbecue, it never felt like the same team, and it just feel like a big, big situation, big issue. And that is big. You see that as being big, and you look at Belgium and you're like, boy, Belgium over the years, you've been touted as being the golden, what is it, the golden generation. Yeah. I'm not showing it right now. Not showing it. Off the field, on the field, and not showing it. They seem very disjointed. And then Hazard having all these questions about him. Weight. A lot of things. So it's both what's going on the field, what's going on off the field that is worrying for them. And this is why I feel like Croatia has an edge. Because we know sports is not just about what you do on the field. It's also a mental part of it. The biggest part is the mental. So I don't think they can overcome that in this World Cup. If they had enough points to get on to the group stages, then I think they'll have a little bit of time to kind of work on that. But first round, I have the misses yet? No.
Yeah. Next, maybe he's linked Kev and Wendy's,
Yeah. Yeah. That you forgot, right?
Yeah. That's our side.
Kev, go on.
Guys, check out Dexter's Lab on YouTube as well, for all the comedy skits as well. You'll definitely see and inserts about reggae coach as well. Great stuff by Dexter's Lab, definitely here. So yeah, we're talking a little bit about Belgium. On the Croatian side of things though, Kumi, Modric is still there. The midfield that was there the last World Cup where they're going to the final, that consistency is still there. Your thoughts about the unit as a whole?
I mean, it's good to have a team that actually plays together for years. That's very good. And with, as I said before, like the midfield that they have stick together playing the last World Cup and stuff like that. So it's good. And they went to the finals.
Right.
Yeah, and now they have a striker that the first game they were like, oh, this guy's not performing, but he comes and score 2 against Canada. That's Kamaric.
Yeah, Kamaric.
Yeah, you have Perisic and all of those guys that can give defense trouble. So I think it's gonna. I would, as Dexter said, I would definitely give Croatia the edge going into this game.
Would you say that was the key for you when you came through at Cavalier as well, when you're a teenager to where you are now, playing with players that you played with 9, 10, 11 years?
Yeah, for sure. In Cavaliers, like as I said before, like all of us come through the same system, like from U13 to playing in the Premier League. So everyone know each other very well. We know what our strengths are. We know what we can do. So that actually gel us together good as a team. Unfortunately, we didn't win the league when I was there. But I think we'll make some good runs to the semi-finals and stuff like that. Yeah, just good.
I mean, you spoke about the situation, well, not situation, but the friendship with Jason Cummings on Australia. You had some time in Canada as well. Did you get an opportunity to speak or play against any other Canadian players?
Yeah, I played against Toronto FC in the Cup, and I played against Richie Larea.
Oh, yes.
I played against Jonathan Osorio.
Right.
I don't remember if there was anyone else on this Canada team that was in that squad. But yeah, I played against those players, and it was a good game. And I mean, it's Kemar Taxi Lawrence.
Yeah.
He actually had me chat to some of the players and stuff because he was in Toronto FC at the time.
Yeah. When you were there, did you get a buzz that football in Canada was growing? There was excitement around the national team or anything like that?
Yeah, there was because, as I said, in the qualifiers they were doing good
Right.
and stuff like that. And even when I went to watch some MLS games, there was always nice atmosphere in BMO, stuff like that. So this CPL was what, 3 years?
Right.
3 years going, and it was big. Like there was loads of scouts and all from all over the world coming to watch CPL.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could have seen that the football was growing. I had Canada as a good team in this World Cup. Unfortunately, they didn't make it to the next round. But as you can see, there was quality. The first game there was all over Belgium. Just didn't take their chance. So honestly, Canada football is serious. It's not a joke.
And the CPL as a whole, tell us about the fan support, the crowd support. I know MLS is big, but in the CPL as well.
Yeah, in the CPL it's big. Like teams fans follow their teams, especially in Halifax. Alex Marshall team, best fans in the league.
Wow.
Yeah, best fans in the league. Like if you play Halifax, you're gonna see the stadium full every time.
Yeah, that's good.
It could be on a weekend or a weekdays. Also, Forge FC.
Oh yes.
It's a team down in Hamilton, so they're playing big fan base also. I mean, the CPL is it's a good league. It's a good league for players that actually want to develop and also. But yeah, it's gonna go a long way to be honest.
I think Tevin was also there at Ottawa. You got to catch up with him a bit.
Yeah, as I said, when Tevin comes to Toronto or I go to Ottawa, we always go out have dinner or something like that after the game. So yeah, we always catch up on top.
All right, well, that's basically the Canadian angle of things. Canada, they've called up a number of local players to their roster, but as we have mentioned numerous times on the show, a number of players in their roster also have Jamaican heritage. We spoke about Junior Hoyle quite often as well in relation to his heritage. Was very close to representing Jamaica, but despite not the process being followed up on, he's now representing Canada. In defence, the likes of Kamal Miller and Derek Cornelius, also born to Jamaican parents as well. So those three in particular, we spoke about Junior Hoyle. Tajan Buchanan, another individual as well, and Kyle Lauren, 25 goals for his country in 57 games, another one in particular. Many people were saying it's Jonathan David, but it's actually Haitian heritage on Jonathan David's side of things. So quite a mixture within the Canadian roster of things. And we have a special interview to play for you guys tomorrow during our pre-game show ahead of this encounter in particular. So you don't want to miss that, looking ahead to this fixture, the Canada versus Morocco game. What's the mood like in Canada, the expectations? Are they even ready to host 2026? How's the stadium, refurbishment going at this point in time from Vancouver all the way over to Halifax? What is it like right now? So you don't want to miss that interview tomorrow, guys. Trust me, it's going to be something quite exciting to tune in for. Just to read some of the comments, Dre, Any Weather Sports says, wait, all stars panelist over here. Big up Dexter and Kumi, big up on yourselves. So thank you very much, Dre. Hope you are doing well. Thanks very much for tuning in as well. And a reminder, folks, in terms of what happened and transpired early in the day. France, they fell by 1-0. Yep, that's right. And we want to bring up that stable for you guys as well to be able to go through that. And also the schedule that we have as well for the next day, which is tomorrow. Can you believe November is done? Tomorrow is December.
Yeah.
Quite time is just going by so quickly. The year just started the other day and now the year is done. Where is it going? So 3 shows tomorrow, like we have promised, and we will deliver. The pre-game show, that's at 9 o'clock. The post-game show, that's at 1. And also another post-game show at 4 o'clock. Pre-game show at 9, post-game and pre-game show at 1, and the post-game show at 4. At 10 o'clock, it's Croatia against Belgium and Canada, Morocco. And at 2 o'clock, Japan versus Spain and Costa Rica versus Germany. Kumi, which one of those 4 games, or 2 of those 4 games that you're looking forward to the most tomorrow?
Say Croatia, Belgium, big game.
Big game, yeah.
I like watching Canada and stuff, so I'm gonna watch that game also. But
all right.
But the next game really, it's Costa Rica, Germany. I want to see what the German have to offer, and I also would like to see Costa Rica win, to see our next CONCACAF team try to advance.
Yeah, big one. Same for you as well, Dexter?
Yeah, same. Definitely we'll be watching Belgium, Croatia, and a Costa Rica Germany match. Yeah. Germans!
Yeah, pressure on them.
I know a few German fans, A few of my friends are German fans. I know now waiting a bit tonight. Just thinking about that much. But Germany should go through easily. I don't see Costa Rica offering anything that can stop them.
Just to take a couple comments as well before we engage in this discussion. Tamara says, well, 1978 Mario Kempes missed penalty in the third game. Same Maradona in 86. Both went on to win the World Cup. Messi will be fine, although I thought it was an undeserved penalty.
Tamara, come on. We'll have this discussion later.
Oh, this digging up of history is interesting. Yeah.
Tamara, I know say you go Google that one day, but
I was gonna say great football knowledge.
Oh my God.
she Google that one day for sure. I know her.
Yeah. I'm superstitious.
Remember say I know she Google that. What may I say?
Yeah.
That is who she said did that?
Tamara Exquisite, yeah. Mario Kempes 87 missed a penalty, Maradona 86, and Messi.
Yeah, that
this
is
year.
Mario Kempes and Maradona.
Maradona.
This is not come on. Definitely Argentina is not winning this World Cup.
Wow.
So let's stop.
You didn't try to convert her to be a Brazil fan? Or you try?
No, man.
No?
But that's slow, make sure do our thing.
Okay.
Two of we can't carry same team.
Well, that's the opposite attract, right?
Yeah.
That's complete opposite.
It'll work same way. Dre, any other sports says Argentina win again. Time to do my celebration dances again. Next, how Griezmann danced today?
Oh, that, yeah. See me can't remember for the told me again. Huh? It's one of them. One of the one thing, does it follow the tango? Yeah, Griezmann.
And then VAR come take it away.
Yeah, is it? VAR star, man.
Yeah. Could VAR ever trouble you in any games in Canada? No? Never had that moment.
CPL, no.
It wasn't there.
No.
Okay, good. All right. I was just curious to see how it worked out there. But it's just interesting emotions, kind of from ecstasy to disappointment in a matter of seconds. Quite an interesting one. Costa Rica now, Dexter. 3 points in the bag. They beat Japan, so they have 3 points.
Yeah. 3 points. That's it. Well
That's
done.
it?
Yeah, nothing more.
Wow.
No, that's it. No, Costa Rica. Costa Rica against what? Germany?
Yeah.
Against Germany, yeah.
Oh man, that done deal, man. Like as much as the Benz get right off, you know, like it fully restored. Like, there's no way. There is no way Germany. There is no way we're not gonna lose a match there. We cannot see it. I cannot see it. How much Costa Rica get dumped on him? 7-0?
7-0, yeah.
Yeah, like come on. Spain dropped 7-0 on Costa Rica. Una Spain go head to head. Right? What 1-1? Listen to me. Germany. We can't flip so much. There's no way we can flip this a match. There's too much relying on you guys to win this match. There's no way Costa Rica can beat them. But the ball is very round. And this is, as I keep saying, this is World Cup 2022, where all things are possible. You know, but let's see still. I think Germany should win this match easily.
All right, and the last match for the day at the same time as well, Spain against Japan. Kumi, the Spanish side of things, you know, a lot of people say this pass thing is predictable, but you know, they're accurate at what they do so far.
I mean, if what them say, if it not broke, not fix it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
them do it and pass and weird on team. So and then they make that killer pass where a guy is gonna run in behind and score. So I mean, if that's working for them, why not? Why stop it? So I like Spain. I like how they play and stuff like that. I like that type of football. It's good to watch. So I've Spain to win that game for sure.
For me, it's going to be a fun encounter, though, between them and Japan. Because, as we know, Japan is a tournament team.
Yeah.
They always come prepared to play. And you don't underestimate the Honda and the GTR. Never underestimate them. Right? As far as I know, Spain not building a car. All them do a conquer people country. Right? This is a machine you're talking about. So anything is possible, you know. And the anime fans might look forward to see Japan upset somebody again. So let's see what happens there. But Spain's supposed to take this. So I seen Spain and Germany coming out of the group.
Spain and Germany. All right. We'll see how things go. Spain, as we know, back in 2018, they were eliminated in the round of 16 as they fell to Russia, the host nation, back then on penalties. Japan, they also fell at the round of 16, but it was to Belgium on that game. Round of 16 is the furthest Japan has ever been at the World Cup. 2002, 2010, and 2018. Spain, 2010 winners. First round exit, 2014. 2018, they went to the round of 16, and a point away from a spot in the last 16 as well. Just a recap of those teams that have advanced to their last 16. It's France, Brazil, Portugal, the Netherlands, Senegal, USA, England, Australia, and Argentina. The teams that are going home: Qatar, Canada, Ecuador, Wales, Iran, Tunisia, Denmark, Mexico, and Saudi Arabia. Those are the teams that will be heading home. Tomorrow, being Thursday, a few more teams, and everybody will say that the group stage is... Everyone in Jamaica will say Friday is the big day because that's when Brazil plays. But a lot more excitement to come, and we'll definitely see what is to happen there. Tamara says LOL in relation to the comment in relation to Argentina that you're making. Alex Taylor says England to play France in the quarterfinals will go to penalties and England will win. Harry Maguire final penalty scorer. Oh, my word, scenes if that happens. Absolute scenes if that happens.
All these predictions.
Yeah.
I would never hear. I'm on that with sing. It's coming home every day in training.
Oh my gosh.
Every day.
Yeah, man. Brazil-England final. Yeah, man.
It will be an interesting year still for England to even get to the World Cup final because they won the cricket final, right?
They won the T20 World Cup.
Yeah,
Yes,
they did.
That's
they
right.
did.
Yeah.
So it'll be an interesting year for them. But I think will come home for them, but I think that's gone.
That's right. And the Women's European Championship earlier this year as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Under 17 and under 20 World Cup a couple of years ago as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, England, stop right there, so. The box
One
stops
more.
here. The box. Oh.
Alex says Mbappe to miss a penalty. Oh my word. That would be anticlimactic.
Listen,
One game at a time.
Yeah. Let's just take it a game at a time. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's get ahead of ourselves here.
And get through Senegal and then we can talk about who knows. Poland might pull a spanner in things.
But yeah, I think the FIFA, the game, must make some prediction that that Argentina get to the final, them and some lose and some penalty or something just like that. I think there was some prediction that was made by the game. But when I take them thing, the octopus and them something right there, just let us something there alone.
Yeah.
Let's just watch the game and so on. The games and so on, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Next to Australia versus Argentina, that's the game of their lives.
Yeah. It was well done. They might get a kangaroo kick though. See it? Yeah, they might get a proper kick out of the World Cup. You see this? Yeah. That's gonna be the game of their lives though, for real. Yeah.
Quite a
I can't see them getting a goal there now.
Yeah.
I can't see them getting a goal. That's based on the passion that they play with.
Yeah.
I can definitely see them getting a goal, but that's about it.
All right, we have another comment coming in. How has the results so far align or differ from your bracket, Simon? And to the panel, how did you see it going? So in terms of my bracket, I had Netherlands, USA. I had Argentina, but not against Australia, though. I had Argentina, Denmark. Where it says France, Poland, I had France, Mexico. And I had England, not Senegal, but England, Qatar. So those are three adjustments I had. So Netherlands, USA, I've had. Winner of Group E versus runner-up of F. So the winner of Group E that I have, that would be Spain. And the runner-up of Group F that I had in that group would have been Croatia. So we'll see how that goes in particular. Winner of Group G, most likely, will be Brazil. And Brazil would play the runner-up of H. And I'm still thinking that Uruguay has something to offer where that is concerned. And the other encounter, meaning the winner of H versus the runner-up of G, Portugal against Switzerland. Those are the ones that I have at this point in time. So we'll see how everything transpires. I have Argentina against the Dutch heading into the quarterfinals. And for the semifinals itself, I have Argentina, Brazil in semifinal 1 and semifinal 2. It could be England, Portugal. It could be, in another aspect of it could be France, Portugal as well. So those are the other aspects as well. I'm not sure if you guys had a bracket or did a predictor as well.
I never had a full bracket,
yeah.
but I have a book. Old school.
Yeah.
So watch when I turn the pages them now.
Yeah.
So for Group A, I definitely have Netherlands and Senegal coming out of the group, right? For Group B, I had hopes. I know England, I felt like England would have come out, but and my wife, my cousin for the one because she said, yo, you can't go Iran. So yeah, cheer for Iran. I don't want England and Iran to come out of the group. That's based on how things were going. But it wasn't far off in terms of the USA coming out.
Yeah.
For Group C, definitely had Argentina coming out, but I was thinking Argentina and Mexico. That's what I was looking at. For Group D, I had France for sure, but I had France and Denmark.
Okay.
Yeah, I had France and Denmark, not France and Australia. Australia will come, sure, I'll span another one day.
Right.
For Group E, I had Spain and Germany. But Germany, they're on the bubble. Need to do something.
Right.
Need to do something tomorrow to ensure that you guys come out.
Yeah.
For Group F, I had Croatia and Belgium.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had Croatia and Belgium for sure.
All right.
But I knew that Belgium is always a team where disappoint me. This is why I've never been a Belgium fan. I like the players, but it's not even like Belgium are going to do well. No. Because they always come to the tournament and just do some foolishness. For Group G, I had Brazil for sure. And I had hopes for Switzerland. So let's see how that go. Yeah, but for sure, I had them coming out of the group. And the last group, Group H, my side, of course, Portugal. Portugal, you can't convert me, Simon, right?
Sorry.
But I had Portugal coming out, and I had Portugal and Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's see how that goes at the end of the day. But yeah, should be fun.
All right, a few more comments before we wrap up. England 1, Senegal 0. Luke Shaw to score early in 8 minutes in, says Alex. That would be great. We would love to see that. Jeff says, we asked Nicholas about his JPL form yet. Leading scorer, look like a sure call-up from Coach Grimmy going forward. Yeah, man, we did discuss that, man. That, man. But the form that you're in, you're saying that the work that you had to put on, the work that you've been doing with the fitness coach has made the help.
I mean, as I said before, the work that I've been doing in disciplinary, otherwise known as Bojo, it has been really hard work, and it has really given me a good start to the season. Like, I was not fit last season, fit, but now I'm real fit and I'm in good shape. So, I mean, that is why I've always say, quality is not my problem,
Yeah.
It's just to get my fit, and I'm fit right now, and that's, you can see I'm scoring goals and stuff, so it's good.
Yeah, as you know...
hopefully I get a call from the coach, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, definitely, Coach. We know you're watching as well. I know, overseas, your different culture, different surfaces and everything. Coming back home, was that a transition for you as well, or you just settled in nicely when you came back?
It definitely was. When I just get back, I had plans of moving again, but it didn't work out, so after going and then changing to Abbeville, as soon as I start, as I signed with Abbeville, my agent called me again, like, we're going to have something work out for you. So I'm like, okay, I'm going back overseas. That was the mindset. But then I come and then now it didn't work out, so my mind was all over the place. And then the training facilities and all of those are different. The fees and all that stuff. It didn't encourage me to do anything.
Yeah.
But then I have to come back to reality and know that I'm here, so I just have to work hard to try to move again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did.
All right. But as you say, hopefully January an opportunity might.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
One day at a time.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll see. And all the best to you as well. Jeff says, may I go call him myself and tell him to link you. Regarding the coach stuff.
Yeah, big boss like that.
Yeah, respect. I mean, if you blink me, I don't know I'm big yo.
Yo, I'm not gonna make you forget that, That's me make the call.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I'm gonna make sure I send a screenshot that my messages, so when you link me, I post it and say, man, Jeff,
Yeah. Yeah, man. Jeff meet Messi and things, so I'm a coach number lock and
Aye.
Yeah, see,
we'll never leave that down.
Yeah, man. Jeff said big up on him, say whether it's USL, MLS, Europe, something must forward. So keep up the good work what you're doing.
Respect every time,
Yeah, man. And folks, that's how we wrap up the show for this afternoon. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and thank you as well to our panel as well, Nicholas for coming on, and as well Dexter for coming on. As you guys know, we've had a number of reggae boys on the show so far. Jadine White, we had Amal Knight, we have Kumi today, Nicholas Hamilton, and tomorrow there's another. But you'll have to stay tuned for that one. All right, folks, take care and join us again tomorrow morning for our pre-game show at 9 o'clock. Until then, bye for now.
Stream.